I want to welcome everyone to today's meeting. I can see all the emotions and all the emotions we're sharing about how we're feeling currently and how we're feeling by the end of the month. And I can see joyful, grateful, fulfilled, elevated, expectant, fantastic, accomplished, grateful, happy, amazing, lovely. I love all of these feelings. I pray that all of these feelings, all of these emotions will be our emotions for real at the end of this month by God's grace. I pray that this month of February, this year will take off for you in a new way, in a brand new and exciting way. And today is just a general meeting, basically to pull all our energies together, as many of us as can show up for the meeting, call our energies together, point a way forward into a few things that we expect in the days to come, and share a few updates and maybe take a few inputs as well. I want to say that I'm excited to see everybody in the meeting today. And if there's anybody around you, anybody you know in your team that you can't see in this meeting, this room can take 100 people. You can invite them to join us because it's an exciting time to be alive. I am trusting God, so I'm feeling very grateful as well. I'm feeling very excited, looking forward to this month. And I believe, one of the things I believe very strongly, and if you know me well, you know that I love Nigeria. That's why I'm here. I'm passionate about things changing. And I believe that this year is that year where we see things happening in Nigeria's orchestration that is unbelievable, things that can only be done if God intervened. And, all the political calculations, I'm not very excited about most of them, but I trust God that God will surprise us. It will shock us, it will shock everybody in a pleasant way. I'm looking forward to this pleasant shock. And I'm planning the business and I'm building, understanding that there's soon going to be extra winds beneath our wings, that if we know what we're doing and we do what we're doing well, that wind, when it comes, will just carry us even further. We're driving, building, doing what we're doing. Whatever happens, we know we're in the right place. And if the extra wind comes, we're going to just soar. So today we have a general meeting. I'd like to welcome everybody for today's general meeting. We're going to be covering a few key headlines. One, I'm going to share very briefly about business launch. What does it mean? And how can you get involved? What is the business launch? What's pre-business launch? And what is post-business launch? We're going to talk about the Focus Conference that is coming up March 29 to April 1st. Remember when we did the retreat, we said that's a retreat. We're going to have a conference that will be in Lagos. We're welcoming everybody to come to Lagos. Those who don't live in Lagos can come in and stay with some people that live in Lagos. This is an opportunity. You don't need to really book any hotel at this time. You can enjoy the leverage of somebody else who's in Lagos. You can build a new friendship, have a phenomenal time. We have that we'll talk about. We have members training, physical meetings on Thursdays in Lagos and in various places. 50 days challenge, something we want to start for prospect meetings and those who will lead us in that journey. We're going to have the TGM and Helping Lives Challenge. For those who haven't paid attention to it, we're going to look at it very briefly. We have the mini stockist opportunity for everybody who is not yet a stockist, who wants to start being a stockist. We're going to talk about that as well. And there's something very new and exciting loading, which is what A2W Travels, a branch of this entire group, is currently loading something in university admission support for people. Our goal this year is to be able to support 1,000 people who want to go to school abroad. And we've gotten some partnerships and exciting franchises that will make that possible. We'll talk about that as we progress as well. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're here today, I'd like to start with the business launch. If you're here today and you have not done a business launch, I'd like to advise that within the next 50 days, you want to do your business launch. Okay, we decided on the 20th of January. The plan is to ensure it happens every day. The plan is to ensure that some days 2 people will launch, some days 1 person will launch. The idea is we are using the concept of launching our businesses to attract our guests. What we're going to be talking about in these launches, we'll do trainings, we'll do expositions on different topics. The meetings every day will be different, will be a different flair. But one consistent theme will be we'll share the opportunity of the business in every meeting. We're going to partition the meeting in such a way that we can have 10 to 15 minutes talking about this person and talking about the business. But throughout that day, we're going to be sharing a variety of things. One of our expertise is teaching people, is enlightening people, is development. We have relationships and networks that help us do that. We're going to do a lot of that. Basically, we're going to go as deep as we did in COVID-19 season, because interestingly, COVID-19 season did us really well, because we are really, really going at it very regularly. So it says 3 people launched their business on the same day last Saturday. Awesome. Okay, so launching mode activated. We're looking forward to having 3 launches at the same time, not just in the same day, at the same time chosen. People come with their guests, we announce them, and we launch. I had over 32 guests, 32 prospects in the meeting this weekend, and we can beat that record as well. Okay, the idea is for people to achieve phenomenal results this year, and that goal is to recruit every day. One of the main highlights of the retreat that we saw, and I was very, very excited about this. I wish some people here were around for that retreat, but 2 people spoke to us in the retreat, and 2 people, completely different geographies, different nationalities, different types of people. They both shared with us that they have more than 10,000 personal downlines in their network marketing business. They all have more than 10,000 personal downlines in their network marketing business. They've told themselves 1 or 4 people or 5 or 10 people cannot retire them. If they want to have beautiful retirement and really, really grow phenomenal income, they decided to go all out. 2 of them were ladies. One of them was from America, and that one was from Nigeria. They both had more than 10,000 direct downlines, personal signups under them. I know that in Green Mondays, we've discouraged people from doing those kind of things in the past. At this retreat, we opened up that gateway and encourage people to go all out and say, you know what, because the binary model is there and it's going to really, really wrap around your team members as well. Even the fact that you're earning that big amount of money yourself doesn't mean that it doesn't spill into your team for support as well. But if everybody grows to the maximum of their abilities and everybody under you tries to grow as well, then everybody's going to win. And those kind of wins are possible. So we want to have the launches. What exactly is going to happen with the launch? You want to lock down your dates. There's a form. I'm sure that form link will be shared if you want support. But the reality is you just want to notify and say, this day I want to launch, because every day for the next 50 days, we want to have meetings going on. We will dedicate some time in that meeting for you to be launched. Your upline will support you. Many people who are present in the meeting will support you as well. Your name will be mentioned. It's an opportunity for you to, of course, you'll be doing the business, but it's an opportunity for you to let your friends know, people around you know, your guests know that I'm serious about this, I'm interested in this, and I wanted you to know. So please, if you are here and you have not launched, please make sure you launch. And if you have launched, then you must pressure the people in your team to launch as well. Okay, it doesn't stop with the launch. You want to ensure that every week you are doing at least 1 launch. Every week you are doing at least 1 or 2 launches. You are joining other people's launches. You're joining with 1 guest, 2 guests. Let's keep the activity going, because meetings make money. Okay, meetings make money. So the more the meetings you're having, the more the money you can make. If you want to do well in this business, if the goals you set for yourself in January will be a reality at the end of this year, it will be because you had meetings. Plenty of meetings can happen online. You can also do offline meetings. One of the beautiful meetings that we had this weekend, I wasn't there, was that the person gathered the guests in their house, and then they watched the Zoom together. Their upline presented from out of their town, and that engagement was able to get many people interested in the business. Okay, we need to plan to launch your business. Okay, and if you have launched before, get an excuse to launch again by using one of your team members. If you have launched, your team members get their own team members to launch. Let there be launches. Okay, and gather people together. Let somebody speak in the meeting. Launches is a very good way to keep prospect meetings going on. If you are here, I know that I know some people are launching tomorrow. I know Dr. Fumi, I know is launching on Friday. Okay, and we can all join in each other's launches. Only want to identify the guests so that we can celebrate the guests and get them on board. In this business, if we will ever get to the place where people in this team will have thousands, hundreds of people in their team, it will be because prospect meetings are happening daily. Even if they don't happen corporately, you need to be doing yours as well. Meetings make money. Someone says that is MMM. Okay, if you have gotten me and that is clear, please put a thumbs up there and say I will launch. And don't make it any big ceremony. It's just 15 minutes we need. 10 to 15 minutes. We'll talk about you. This is this person. We'll read your profile. We'll talk about what you have done. We'll share a few testimonies. We'll let people know that, you will let people know why you like this business, why you're doing it. If people share testimonies, and then we'll tell the guests to connect with you and come on board. The business launch is a very good way to get people excited about what you're doing, and then you can close it. And there are many tools you can learn how to use to make your launch better as well. So we will launch. The second thing is the Focus Conference. Okay. This conference is happening March 1st, and we are beginning to gather momentum for it. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference is going to happen at the time when the winners of the challenge in helping lives and Grey Monday will be announced. As many people as possible would like them to be at this event. Okay, it's going to happen 29th of March till the 1st of April, and you can start paying now. Okay, if you don't want products or vouchers, it's 25,000. It will cover the event center. It will cover feeding while we're there. It will cover a few things. It's usually, as we organize our conferences, they're always subsidized. And if you buy the 45,000 naira pack with one carton, you just get the GMXHL. You won't get the HL vouchers. You get the GMXHL voucher, which means you have value for your products. You will still be able to attend that conference for free. Okay, the deadline for registration is March 15. It means we have more than a month's notice for this one. Now, remember, next year's retreat is in January. We have 1 year notice for that one. We have another conference planned for October. So from this one, we'll take a 6-month break for conferences until October. And hopefully by October, we're going to be doing car promos and car launches at those times. We're actually trying to build momentum this year. We want to drive momentum between now and June, so that by June, we can identify the people who are 4-star, 5-star, and above who will participate in the car promotions. And by October, we should be able to see traction in those directions. We don't want to set a price without momentum. So we're using this time to build momentum. And one of the key elements of momentum is people, going all out there and getting more people on board their team. It's very simple now. You can tell somebody with 2 cartons, you're on board my team. You can get your friend 2 cartons, they're on board as well. And we'll keep going. Please, this conference, if you're interested, the link for the conference is going to be shared. We want people to be present here. Everybody in Lagos needs to be at this conference. We have a venue that can take about 300 people. So once we cross 300 is where we're going to stop. This conference is going to be valuable for anybody who wants to upgrade their skills, upgrade their lives, upgrade their knowledge. We're going to train. We're going to open people up to learning so that they can do their business better. There are people who will join this conference, who will join us because they want to be part of this conference. And in this conference as well is where some of the things we are planning to launch in Q2, products and opportunities that we're launching in Q2 will be made live in this conference. Okay, so please, this conference is a no miss. Everybody who is in Lagos needs to be there, and everybody who's not in Lagos, please come on board. I probably will be accommodating about 2 to 3 people personally, myself, first come, first serve basis. There are a number of people who will accommodate people as well. And there are small hotels around that won't cost you a fortune as well, that you can choose to pay for. And 2 of you can bunk there together and just walk over to the conference. Okay, there are a number of hotels around the vicinity, around the office side. So you can always make sure that you can cover your accommodation and walk in. For those who are in Lagos, it's going to be one of those strict meetings. It's going to be like the mentorship sessions. It's going to be very strict timing, come early. I met somebody today who said, the momentum and the energy that I gained from the mentorship session in 2017 is what has driven me into excellence in another area of my life that I didn't even know existed. Ladies and gentlemen, these are things not to take for granted. These are phenomenal opportunities that I want us all to leverage. Your plan is not only to be in this conference, but to be in this conference with at least 10 team members. Be in this conference with 10 team members. And if you don't have any of them now, you can recruit them between now and March 15 and get them on board. The training will be loaded. Okay, it's going to be solid. We're going to have facilitators join us. We're going to have some of us facilitating as well. There are people who have already paid, who have paid 400,000 naira, for 4 people to come and learn in this conference. They're not getting any product, they're not getting anything. They're just coming to attend. So, ladies and gentlemen, for Growing Community, you don't want to miss this conference. You want to be there. Okay, just plan to be there. It's just it's 3 days, it's 4 days, 29th, 30th, 31st, and April 1st. Okay, and then you can go back to your location. You can plan to be available at that time. It'll be beautiful. I don't know how much of online we will be able to do. It's going to be very grounded physically. We'll be able to see each other, break ourselves into teams, have fun, learn, upgrade, be able to power on to do our business as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, this conference, you want to register, it costs you nothing to register. You can just buy a carton of 500 ml, get the voucher, and then you are in. And for those who don't want the product, you can just pay cash and you are in as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to be able to ensure that you're part of this conference, we are 50 in this room. If everybody in this room is getting 10 people to join them in this conference, the conference is more than full. Okay, remember, it's first come, first serve. There will be special gifts for the first 100 people to register. Special gifts for the first 100 people. That means first 100 people, apart from what they're getting, they're going to get something extra as well. Remember the way we did at the retreat. Okay, remember the pleasant surprises, the little extras here and there that made it free for those who attended. We're going to do the same thing here as well. So please be among the first to register. Okay, if you're here and you're going to be coming up with about 10 team members at the least, just put a sign, put a symbol of your choice in that chat box there as we progress forward. I'm going to be there, 10 team members. You can, or just write 10. Just write 10. Or if you're not up to 10, write 7. If you're not up to 7, write 8. Anybody, any team, that is able to push people to be there, it will benefit massively because it's going to add value to your team as well. Okay, the more the people that the real size of your team are the people who are learning, and the people who are attending trainings, and the people who are developing themselves. And it's not just development for development's sake. It's basically also an opportunity to bond, make new friends, form new habits. Remember, to have people who you can look at and say, we're doing this together, we're building capacity together. That's the kind of meeting you want to have. Okay, you want to have a meeting where you meet new people, you are energized together, you look at yourselves and you promise yourself, by the end of this year, I'm going to do phenomenal things. That's good. What the conference is going to be. I can see more than 10. Awesome. I can see 20 members. I can see 10 members. Ladies and gentlemen, we can make this happen. And these are opportunities to also get, let me say something to you. If your team needs to have young people coming on board, the future of your passive income is that you have a team of old and young people who will still be driven when you are no longer driving. Okay, people who will still be in the business. So this is the time when we'll begin to look at the 20-year-olds, the early 20s, the middle 20s, the late 20s, the early 30s. We want to get our teams to grow. We want to get our teams to have the quality of people who are thinking ahead. And that's why we're going to be introducing other things as well to ensure that, yes, while we're networking, we're building a network. We want to begin to look at targeting into the space of people in the next generation as well. So you look at your team. I'm sure your team has every demographic. So your team is a solid team when you have people from all over Nigeria, we have people from all over, different age ranges, and when you have people from all over the world, then you're growing a solid team. Okay, I can see the numbers there. Well done, well done. We are going to have a 50 days challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, the 50 days will start from Friday. Okay, 50 days. And I know that the typical challenge that people set for themselves is 90 days. Some people set shorter ones for 30 days. But because we're looking at March 31st, we're looking at something that can end by the time the conference is getting to a closure. And the first quarter is getting to closure in 50 days from February 10. So from February 10 to March 31st is 50 days. And those 50 days, we want you to achieve results you have never achieved before. We want you in those 50 days to do things that you have not done before. And in these 50 days, I want to also participate. So I don't want to inspire you with my words. I want to inspire you with my actions. And I want every leader to have this goal as well, to say, you know what, I will not inspire with words, I will inspire with action. I will do the do and let my people see how it can be done. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the person who says it cannot be done should stand aside and watch those who are already doing it. So February 10 to March 31st, we're going to have this 50 days challenge. We will be having prospect meetings every day online. How will this happen? We have already spoken with a few people who are willing to take responsibility for days of the week, okay, for days of the week, and lead and facilitate on those days, or at least be the ones who invite people or get somebody plugged in for that day. We're going to be having a variety of meetings. So it's going to be variety nights. It's going to be 8 p.m. every day, except Sundays, that'll be 6 p.m. It'll be variety nights. We'll have those people lead us. Sometimes we'll give them people who will co-facilitate with them or who will come and speak on the day if we find, but these people will drive these days. And the idea is it's an 8 p.m. meeting. It can be somebody's lunch. So it can be a training on financial intelligence, for example, and then the training will be like 30 minutes. The lunch will be like 15 minutes, and then we'll close it in another 5 minutes. So the idea is we're going to mix a few values together, create meetings that people want to come for. For example, I have a friend who lost 3 billion naira, crashed completely to zero from having 3 billion naira in his bank account to a point where he was basically asking people for money to fuel his car or for money to move around, and how he grew it back and is currently in a phase where he's building a new business entirely from ground up, and the business is already doing well. Now, if we have that kind of meeting, are you going to want to attend? Yes. Will you be able to get guests to come and listen and attend? Of course, yes. Those kind of meetings will drive profit, will drive traffic. We'll do those meetings for like 30 minutes, share about the business and launch some people's business for another 15 to 20 minutes, and bring everything to close within 1 hour. So we're going to be having these very high-powered meetings like that. If you are excited about the thought of those kind of meetings, and sometimes it's going to be training on financial, sometimes it's going to be training on how to help people gain admission into universities abroad, for those who are considering to do masters, who have children in those particular categories, or by doing something special on how to use social media to drive your business. And we have an expert who has been able to do XYZ in making that happen. Talk to us for 30 minutes. We'll launch some people's business for 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll bring it to closure. Okay. So please, you want to ensure that every day you are connecting with new people that you can invite. Okay. Solidify the invite. Solidify the invite so that they are there. Be there to greet them, be there to watch them. Our meetings, unfortunately, will only be able to take 100 people. So even if just all the 50 of us are the ones that are doing it, you'll be able to bring your guests in, once in a while. Remember that the goal is you want to sign up people every day. Okay. And this challenge will enable us to participate in current TGM and HL challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, 50 days, 50 days, back to back, back to back. I want us to make up our minds that you are going to show up and drive activity every day. We don't want you to do many things. All you're doing every day is ensuring that you have a prospect that can come for the meeting. You're showing up yourself and you're having conversations with people in the normal course of your day to ensure that you can get people on board. If you are in, okay, for the 50-day challenge, I am in. If you are in, just type in there, I am in. Okay, I am in. If you are in, type in, I am in. Okay, we're going to drive this together. It's simple. It's not complicated. It's just we have people who will show up for the events, and then we just do the grind. Ladies and gentlemen, success is not like bread and butter. Okay, success is more like, coconuts and coconut rice. You have to break the coconut, you have to lick out the juice. You have to bring out the inside and put it inside the dish. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a little breaking that we'll do before we break forth. Okay, but if you're willing to do all that it takes, you just need to be in. So we're going to have an opportunity. Everybody can go on their socials and let people know I'm in the 50-day challenge. It's going to be exciting. I'm plugging in fully with my energy. I want to drive excitement, on this platform. We can announce to people I'm in this challenge. It starts on Friday. I will lead Friday. I'll lead Friday in collaboration with the person who is meant to lead Friday. And on that Friday, we'll be doing the first launch for Dr. Funmi Aino on that day as well. So Dr. Funmi Aino's guests will have the opportunity of enjoying all that we have planned to happen together with Friday. We're going to have like 30 minutes into for training, about 15 minutes. And we can do the launch first. Do the launch first as prior to training, or mix it together in a way that lets them realize the value of being a member of the green community, and then they can enjoy what else is there. I can see I'm in. Okay, I think the first step is not just only to be in, but to make sure that our team members are in as well. And if you're here, you don't have team members, I want to encourage you. If you don't have team members, I want to encourage you. The best way to be a leader is to, first of all, develop the capability and the attitude of a leader, and you'll find yourself attracting people. The people that you are in their team, you are attracted to them because of what they displayed. If you begin to display those things, more of those people will be attracted to you as well. Okay, so we're going to be having members training as well once a week. We'll have members training, things like how to facilitate prospect meetings. We're going to have a training for that. So one of the days of this will be for members, okay? And you can bring guests as well, but we'll be teaching things that are practical. How to facilitate prospect meetings. We'll talk about product review. We'll talk about the products. We'll break down the products. We'll talk about how to onboard new members, how to follow up and close deals. Okay. We're going to have training. We'll have a training tomorrow. Just an example for you to understand how this works. And I think the first thing we can have is how to facilitate, because we're going to be having people facilitating more and more every day. We're going to teach people how they can do that. Okay. And you're going to see some facilitators you have not seen before. Okay. Yeah, we're going to bring new people up. The goal of this business is network marketing is a business school. It's a place where you learn to become better. And when you learn to become better, opportunities will come. And many of us in this group, we are mature. We are mature for big time opportunities. Okay. Many of us are capable of doing so much more. Okay. And we're going to be dimming some of our big voices, some of the voices like mine. We're going to dim them so that some of your voices can be brightened. Okay. Because it's your time to shine. It's your time to show. It's your time to lead. And we're going to lay the platform for you to do that, because many of us here are actually capable of more. If I become, let's say I become president of Nigeria today, many of us here today are, we're people that can be dependent on for different ministries, can be dependent on for many cities. Okay. And that's the truth. But you need to believe it yourself, and you need to live up to it and begin to drive and begin to show and begin to take responsibility, because we are capable of much more than we're currently doing. I was looking at someone lately, and I realized many of these guys became governors, some of them in their 30s, some of them in their 40s. Some of them don't know half as much as many people here know, but they had political power episode on them, and you take responsibility. Reality is, how you do one is how you do everything. If you know how to manage a team and you can build a business and can be consistent with your effort, there's nothing that you cannot do. Okay, nothing that you cannot do. I can see Chinwe's amen there, praying for my presidency. It will come to pass by God's grace in this season, because we need to fix this country. And whether we are president or not, either in the office or out of the office, by the side, we're going to do all the best we can to make things better. And then, of course, physical meetings. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to encourage everyone out there who wants to be organizing physical meetings. I know a few of us organize physical meetings from time to time. In Surulere, I know that Dr. Fumi is organizing. I know that Chinwe was organizing meetings for a long time. I don't know if they're still happening as consistently as they used to happen. I know Thursday meetings happen in our place, and Tuesday meetings for Team Yuma were happening as well. Please, we want to resume these physical meetings. And this Thursday, one is kicking off where we're doing Facebook Live, TikTok, IG, how to use them for your, to do your business. We want to have those physical meetings because meetings make money. And if we're able to drive people into physical gatherings, we're able to warm ourselves up, energize ourselves, keep ourselves excited, and make things happen as well. So physical meetings resuming from Thursday this week. You can participate in those physical meetings as well. And of course, nationwide, please share with us where physical meetings are happening so that we can populate and push people there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a particular challenge is going on, and this challenge is going on in TGM and is going on Helping Lives as well. And I want to announce something. It just happened today. Please help me celebrate. I don't know if it's in this meeting today, but help me celebrate Extra Income Club, because I heard that Extra Income Club a few minutes ago just waltzed into level 4 of Helping Lives. Okay, it just walls into level 4 of Helping Lives. And I can see that, we can see the number of sign-ups happening here already for different levels. Congratulations, Extra Income Club. We can see that the board here is growing. TT777 already currently has 195 personal sales, showing that 500 is going to be possible. People are marching towards that goal. And then, of course, Esther Monday, new name, is at 48. Change for Real is at 42. Mariomo is at 42. Burial is at 36. Ferramix is at 32. Farouk 11 is at 30. Double Twins at 29. Doki is at 27. And I believe that this is the Helping Lives board. Okay, Pastor Wale, congratulations. Well done. And for the Green Mondays as well, remember at the retreat, we agreed amongst ourselves that we're going to drive to do 100 signups. There are prizes before 100 signups. For the moment you get 5 signups, prizes begin to happen as well. The table is your back office. Click in and log in. See how things are doing. I want to see your name there. Okay, I want to see your name there. I want to see Abiodun Ramola. I want to see Abiodun Loake. I want to see Abraham Okoroba. Let's see your name on the board. I didn't know let's see your name on the board. I didn't know Babishaye. We need to see your name on the board. Arioswa Olayinka, your name on the board. Pastor Fumi Ashaolu, we need to see your name on the board. Augustine, Ayodele Oladipo, Bartholomew Toro, Bumi Omojoku, Chinwe Chikala, we need to see your name on the board. The boards are not feeling normal with some names not there. Christiana F. Young, where's your name on the board? David Elijah, let's see you on the board. Fash, I can see you on the board. We see you on the Green Mondays board as well. Florence Francis, Dr. Fumi, I know. Hadiz Hassan, Madam Hadiza, where is your name on the board? Let's see your name on the board. Isaac Lawrence. I know that many of us are showing in different places. And I know that this year becomes a beautiful year, not because the clouds will be pink and the sun will be purple. It becomes a beautiful year because we decided to take positive affirmative action. We decided to see the dreams before the dreams materialized and work consciously towards getting there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here and your name is definitely coming on the board, we're going to see you in top 20, top 10. Just put a comment there and say loading. I like that, Christian Effiong. Just say loading. Let people know you're coming. Loading. Okay, it's going to happen. Just put the loading. You know, I'm on my way. It's going to happen. Okay. Yeah. So let's make it happen. I'm sure it's going to happen. Can see Ronke Ajayi wants to get on the board. Please come on board. There's something very interesting for those who are not stockists yet. It's called mini stockists. Basically, there's an opportunity for you to begin to behave like a stockist by going to your back office and beginning to order. And if all you can do is 30 PV, that gives you some income as well, you know, basically starts you out in the journey. So I want to encourage everybody who is a distributor. The plan is every distributor can ultimately be a stockist. If we're all going all out to get people on board and sign up people with the Bronze Pack, 60K Bronze Pro Pack, and the real activity we're driving is new blood, new sign up, new people, then everybody can be a stockist. If you get 5 people on board, you are fully active. If you get 5 people on board in the month, you're fully active. If your downlines, you know, if you work with your downlines and you grow your team, you will be fully active. So cut your teeth at being a stockist. Start now. This month, everybody who is in this meeting can be fully active. Everybody who listens to this recording can be fully active. If your goal is to bring people on board and you're doing the Bronze Pro, and even if you bought it yourself and you tell somebody in your office, I'd like to get you on board something, this product is phenomenal like this is what I'm doing, I'd like to get you on board, amazing things can happen. Okay, and they need just to be silver members and above. Okay, and to be silver, it's not hard, it's just upgrade. So the moment you upgrade to silver as well, you open up that opportunity for yourself as well. So cut your teeth at being a mini stockist this month. Let's make it happen. Everybody who is silver and above can be a mini stockist. Okay, and I'm going to share this last one, the last one on the list. I know some people are here, you know, and wondering what exactly is going on here. If you're here, you probably are familiar with A2W Travels. A2W Travels has been on ground and has been functioning now for way over 10 years, over 11 years. And every year, and I tell you, even when it hasn't been actively promoted or actively pushed, A2W Travels has been doing big business every year. Okay, in the least year, A2W Travels is probably one of the most profitable aspects of the A2W group. A2W Travel, well, has managed to, the highest turnover, has managed to consistently book tickets, consistently book travel, consistently book tours, consistently book trips on the upside of 200, 300, 400, 500 million naira every year for the past 10 years. A2W Travels has done very well. I'd like you to please help me celebrate A2W Travels in this meeting today. Yeah, help me celebrate it. We don't make a lot of noise about it. We don't shout it out too much, but it's been very consistent, very consistent. You know, the customers who we have served, I've always realized that we give them good service. The margins are, you know, the people still get the very discounted margins that we make available. Please help me celebrate A2W Travels. Okay, but there's something exciting going on that we started working on from last year. And we've not, this is not the full announcement. This is just what prepping you up to know something exciting is happening. Okay, we realize that, and this is not about Japa. I know many people, you know, like the idea of Japa, they like the idea of the rave of the moment. People want to go. This is not about that rave. This is about the fact that people typically, after they have finished their undergraduate degrees in Nigeria, want to go and do their masters abroad. Even those who want to come back, even those whose parents can pay their way. Okay, I know many of us here probably have children who may do their first degree in Nigeria or may not do their first degrees in Nigeria. And when those degrees are finished, you want them to go and do masters abroad. I have such a plan. Okay. I have such a plan. And with my children, they finish this, they go and do a further degree, they do the NYC, do a further degree. Many people have those plans in Nigeria. And let me shock you. Every year for the last 30 years, every year for the last 30 years, over 30 to 35,000 people go out to do their masters in the UK every year in Nigeria, whether there is JAPA or there's no JAPA. In the period where there was no JAPA, 30,000 and above Nigerians every year go to do their masters, go to do undergraduates. People travel to do the schooling. And so last year we started looking at travel and saying, what else can we do with travel to give it more traction, to give it more value? And we decided that what we're going to do is we're going to look for people to partner with abroad internationally who have access to schools. And as I speak to you today, we are talking to signing deals with people that have access to as much as 100 schools around Europe. We're getting schools in the UK, we're getting schools in the US, we're getting schools in Canada as well, and preparing a way to be able to support and assist people, with all the information they need, just the same way we have done that for travel and for booking. We want to provide that support for people to be able to get admission and to be able to do their travels. Now, in order to open this up, we're going to give an opportunity for everybody in Green Mondays who is at the level of gold. So this is something that gold and above gives you access to. And anybody who's not gold and above who wants to come in on this needs to come in as gold to be able to do this. It's going to be an opportunity for solid extra income for Green Mondays people, all within the normal PV structure we have. So everything's been structured around the same PV structure we have, around the same instant reward we have, around all our rewards. So it's going to function exactly as Green Monday functions, only the rewards are going to be more bountiful. And it gives you solid extra income once the people get admission to school. So this is something that is going to be the angle added by HW Travels. I'm sure we all know the value added by HW Estates and a number of other things. Some of us have earned referral rewards from pushing things from all of these places, but this is going to be very directly ingrained with Green Mondays. So this is just basically a pre-announcement. Okay, and what we want to do with this is not what we have done before. This is supposed to be higher volume business, because the people in this space are a lot more. Tickets you can get in a year, the tickets share that you get is a fraction, but the school fraction we can get can be huge, because we are looking for partners who have track record, who have made this happen for hundreds and hundreds of people as well. So ladies and gentlemen, this is something else that is going to be an extra icing on the cake for the green community. I just wanted to announce it and let you know of it ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and you have not been actively driving or actively building your business, I'd like to announce to you that your business is still there. Okay, your account is still there. And the day you wake up is the day your morning begins. And ladies and gentlemen, we have found a hack, we have found a way. We will drive this until the results are evident. And why? Because we are gaining comfort. One of the beautiful things that we were able to do, which we think is really, 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 really beautiful, is the fact that we've been able to separate Green Mondays from retail. What that does when it's in its full state is it allows the company to be able to support Green Mondays to ensure that it can be as fully grown and as fully expansive as it can be. So the company is not struggling to survive while struggling to support. The company can survive and focus squarely on supporting and creating the incentives to make this really work. And all of that is going to happen. So this is a season where I like to encourage you, do not be far away from your business. Plug in, show up daily. We have a 50 days challenge that's kicking off on Friday. You want to ensure that you are, ride the rails. All you need to do to get to America is not to exert your strength and be flapping your wings. All you need to do is enter an aeroplane and let the aeroplane do all the flying. All you need to go from Lagos to Ibadan is enter the train and let the train do the driving. Ladies and gentlemen, plug yourself in with your upline, with your team, and let's fly this ship together. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my contribution for us today. Those are key elements I wanted to talk about in the general meeting. If there are any questions, any thoughts, or any ginger you want to spread, or any testimony that shocked you, that you just want to share, is anything going in your mind that you think will add value to this meeting, Please, if you have something to say, raise up your hand. We still have a few minutes left before our hour is done. I want to take a few inputs here and there. And let me tell you this, these meetings are opportunities for us to speak, engage, hear our voices again. We have a few minutes left. If you want to speak, raise up your hand and I'll give you the floor. Bartholomew, are you trying to say something?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
There is one of my friends that has been viewing my status. So there was a time she was interested in the weight management pack. I told her, she told me there was a product she's using. I forgot about it. Like after 1 year, she now called me again that she went to the hospital. They told her she had fibroid and she's still single. So I told her, well, I don't really know whatever the result is, but all I know about fibroid is that it's a growth. Even if you should go for an operation or the fibroid is removed, that there are tendencies it may grow again. That is not really a total cure kind of. So she said that was what the doctor told her also. So she was asking me, is there any of our product that she can use? I told her, well, we have one in which I believe if you can give it a trial, it will go a long way to help, pending while you are waiting to make a decision. So at the point she was scared, she told her siblings, even those outside, they told her everything, things that are made from Nigeria. But at the point, I didn't push her kind of, but I just told her, well, allow your conscience to guide you. So after some days, she called me back and I advised her. I said, okay, instead of you buying one by one, I thought that the least she can go for, I told her about the solution pack then she told me it was too much. So I thought, okay, let us pull your money together, go for the bronze pack, in which I know after using it, people will come to ask you what you've been using. So she decided to start the treatment based on the requirements for the fibroid growth. So while we were at the retreat on our way back, and I tried to connect with Dr. Rita, which Dr. Rita also spoke with her. So she was, at the end of the day, she agreed. So while we were at the conference, she told me she went to the hospital, she went for a scan, that they told her it has reduced. So when the lady told her it has reduced, so she now told the lady that there is something she's using. That one just told her, continue. Hello?
I'm with you. We're with you.
All right. So that one just said that continue using whatever you are using. That the whole thing. So she now called the guy and said, well, thank God, at least with this now there is a progress. So when I went there, day before yesterday, because she ordered for some product again, I went to go and deliver. So she was telling me that there's this one of her friend also that is also interested in the product, so that they were all waiting for her for our own results as a blueprint whereby they can come in. So I just told her, do you now see that things are made in Nigeria and they are cheaper does not mean those things are inferior. For the fact that you buy things and they are expensive does not mean it will solve a problem. So I want to thank God. Even at the point, the mother was telling me, what other product can she use for her body pain? I thought that we have a beta. She was saying, oh, does one product treats everything? So I took out time to explain to her. So at the point, whenever there's any, she just call me, my doctor, as in doctor, there's this or there's that. So I just want to thank the company. I want to thank Rita. I want to thank, as in the product is a valuable one. And I know with products, even if I should have 1 minute to spend with the president, I know I have something valuable to tell to him. If he likes it, he takes it. If he doesn't like it, he abandons it. So Rita is a product that if we put in our best and go out to preach the good news, I know it's not that easy, but if we all persevere and coming back with the focus and persistence, knowing to what that before one gets to the top, we need to work hard, because the time of refreshment is coming. So I'm using this time to encourage and every one of us that we should believe in the product and also look out for more people to hear about the product, because the product is not really being heard. People have spent millions of naira into buying things that they are not supposed to buy. So if we can bridge the gap for those that will be convinced to try the product, because some people have given up already. I'm I'm saying this based on my own experience, in which I know some of us may also have the same effect, but we should not really look at the negativity of maybe the response we get. We should focus on the little positive that we have. We never can tell if those people that we introduce, if they will be the one that will connect us to other people that will help us to push our business. And I pray God be with the product. Like you were saying something about ST. I remember the song we're using. Every day I pray, I said, God, reader will never be a thing of the past. In as much as paracetamol is still relevant, reader should still be relevant to generations to come if Christ Harris is coming. God bless the company. God bless you, MD, and everybody. And I know we'll all be celebrated. Thank you very much, sir.
Well done, IT World. Okay, thank you very much, IT World. Anybody else want to stay? We have a few more minutes. Mrs. Abiodun, go ahead.
All right. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I just told my boss, that's the MI, that I was going to, God will help me to penetrate Ijegun satellite, and that's what I've been doing, though it has been easy, in Jesus' name. So I met a woman, she told me she's one of the people that what she does is that she supplies materials for companies that produces bitters. So when I just gave her the sample, the 30 ml, and I just said she should taste it in my presence and let her analyze what her taste and things like that. So she said, so when she tasted it, she said, she now showed me a product that this is the base for the product. I said, I don't know, I'm not the producer. All I know is that it's very effective. So I left her, I walked to meet some other people, and she called me. She said, was I about leaving? I said, I will soon leave. She now said, when I'm about leaving, I should bring 2 more bottles. That's how she bought 2 more. That the people that made this thing, they have done extra work and they have done great work. So I really want to, I'm saying this because I want to give kudos to the company for the production, and also pray that we will maintain the standard, because it might still look slow now, but it's going to work. We are going to penetrate all the markets by God's grace. So I want to pray for the company will maintain the standard, because we are going forward and people are testifying to it. She said that she called me back, despite the house that I saw so many things in her shop. Yes, she called back and she bought 2 more bottles. So up Reader Bitters, up Green Mondays. Thank you, sir.
Well done, thank you, ma. Finally, Need Made, you raise up your hand. You want to say something? Or is that just a high five? Anybody else? One last person, and then we can call it a day. Anybody? Awesome thoughts. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I think people wanted to share testimonies today. Well done, everybody. So please, on Friday, we're going to kick off with the 50 challenge. Tomorrow, we'll do a training on how to present your business. Ladies and gentlemen, meetings make money. Let's show up, and don't wait for the meetings. In the course of the day, use your socials, use your TikTok, use your different channels, and let's meet people, let's connect people, and let's get them on board. If they can't join Green Mondays, they can join Helping Lives. We need to see you on that board. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to play a little music,